There's a river town that is known for miles around for its music scene. Travel 75 or 71 and you'll know where I mean. From the north and south, from the east and west is where you'll find our vibe. But once you make it here, you become a part of the Cincinnati tribe. Throw your O's in the air for this growing city. From the hood to the burbs, y'all sing it with me. I'm from Cincinnati.
It's me again. Just kidding. Just kidding. Cincinnati's Conscience, you know, the only show that I know of where citizens are the celebrities. And again, I'm calling out my homie roll call. With me is not only a well-known muralist and artist here in Cincinnati, but someone I consider a friend. I've known her a long time. And I respect what she does so much because it's community rooted and driven. And I think part of the reason for this show is that oftentimes I think those individuals who are on the ground, boots on the ground, doing community work, using their genius as a medium to celebrate community, they often are the unsung heroes. And so this show is about honoring them. We've had so many of them on the show today, and I'm so grateful for that. With me is Jeni Jenkins. She is the Renegade Babe, that's her brand, but also an artist, a creative, a muralist, a community advocate, and she's going to talk to us about her who, her what, and her why. Thank you, beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you
Thank you for
here.
having me.
Of course.
This is fun. I'm like, okay.
Tell us who
I'm
you
a
are.
Cincinnati star.
Yes, you are. Own it.
Cincinnati famous.
Oh.
I don't know what Cincinnati famous really means.
I think it just means you're showing up authentically, sharing your gifts with us.
No, I do enjoy that. Being a leader in the community, it's something that I have to embrace.
Yes, you do.
It's hard to embrace when you are looking at other people as leaders and you're like, wait, I'm a leader? Oh, okay, I get that. I mean, I'm doing me.
Yes.
But I didn't realize that I accidentally become a leader
Yeah.
when I'm just being me.
Yeah.
So,
But isn't that the epitome of leading by example?
yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, tell us how you got to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yes.
How did I get here? I'm from Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
You knew that?
Yes, I did.
I came here for grad school.
Okay.
University of Cincinnati. I got my master's in women's studies. And I was going to become a professor, and I was going to get my PhD. And the academy is very challenging.
Yeah.
It's very competitive.
Yes.
And it just wasn't where I wanted to be.
Facts.
I wanted to do community. I wanted to help plant seeds for social change. That was my goal. That has been my goal since, I don't even know, since I was like 20. I've been like, I'm going to do creative justice and arts and some kind of thing. Combine social justice and arts in some way. How am I going to do that? And that's what I've been doing my whole life.
Yes.
So that's how, for the last 20 years, 25 years, 24 years or so, I've been invested in this type of work, invested in social justice and equality work. I started at an LGBTQ nonprofit as the operations director.
Yep.
I went and got my master's in women's studies, like I said, and then I was the director of education at the Greater Cincinnati Coalition for the Homeless for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then from there, I branched off for a while, and I kind of, where I'm going now is kind of, I was on the Northside Community Council board, and there was a dying newspaper in the community, and they needed someone to help, and because I had done Street Vibes, I was the layout editor of Street Vibes for 4 years. I had that skill, so I took it on.
Yes.
And became a designer of an editor of a newspaper for the community, which I was like, this is weird, this was not my goal. And they were like, just keep doing it. And I was like, okay, for 2 years. And I did it, and I got really good at doing publications. location layout and leading a team of creatives, and I got really good at writing, at designing layouts for ads. So I get a lot of skills that came in play, but it was all for community.
Yes.
So, and that led to me kind of, I had Uncaged Bird Print and Design Studio,
Yes,
which was my LLC originally, and it came from Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. So I created this branding to create design for nonprofits.
Right.
Because I was already doing that work.
Yeah.
So as I was working at the Homeless Coalition, and then I did Street Vibes, and then I did the Northsider, I had started developing this design for social justice kind of brand. So I started kind of branding myself as a design activist.
Ooh. Yes.
And then my kids got old enough, they were out of the house, and I was like, I always wanted to do art. Like, so I went back to school and got my MFA. And my master's in fine art and studio art, and I really wanted to do murals, and I wanted to do social practice art, and so that's kind of where I branched off into. So then Renegade Babe, after I graduated with my MFA, Renegade Babe kind of became that.
Yeah.
So it's art, design, and social practice all in one.
Yeah.
I've worked in other places as well, but I continue to maintain Renegade Babe this whole time.
Right.
And I was working at a nonprofit this last year, and then I realized, like, every time that I'm trying to work for someone else, I can't be authentically me. I can't be who I am. There are people who are like, no, you can't. Like, if I call out racism, they're like, no, you can't do that. Or if I call out injustice, oh, you can't do that. Like, there are things, my ethics go further than where they are willing to go, because these nonprofits, a lot of them are run by people who don't really have the background in the education on how to really fight injustice and how to fight, and because I got my bachelor's in social science, focusing on sociology, and then I got my master's in women's studies focusing on inequality. I have that knowledge. I'm a social scientist, so then I take that knowledge and apply it to design. And so when I'm working with people, I can create content for them that is focused on the issues that they care about. And because I become this all-around person that's able to really figure out, okay, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to harness? I can help you do that. You know, that's kind of where it's not making sense.
It is.
I feel like I just rambled on forever.
Misha got the juice. Don't wait. Get the juice today.
Let's talk about what you're doing right now.
What I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
So
what are you doing now?
Renegade Babe is my brand,
Yeah.
and my art brand, my design studio. So I'm using it as a platform to work on the issues I care about.
Right.
So right now there are a lot of issues
Facts.
that I care about. So I'm creating designs that support those. I just created a new collection of designs that are called, I'm calling it Solidarity as a Practice. The whole collection is, I feel it's like there's a lot of people already creating this kind of stuff, but I'm just gonna create my own voice, my own brand.
Facts.
And I am using it as a means to not only wear your liberatory art on you, but also to fundraise at the same time. And I know a lot of people are doing that as well, but I'm just doing it too.
Right. But they're not doing it like you.
Yeah, they're not doing it the same way.
Yeah.
So I have an Abolish ICE shirt that every $5 will go back to defunding ICE. I have a Free Palestine shirt, even though we know that the war is supposedly over. That doesn't mean that those people are free, and they are still. There's a lot of money going to them, but I want to figure out a way to contribute. So I designed a bunch of shirts and stickers that anytime someone purchases them, I'm going to donate the money directly back.
Yeah, that's
So,
beautiful.
and then, Renegade Babe is also a branding studio, so I work with different people in the community. So I'm working right now with, your beautiful project, Freedom Group, to create your brand identity.
Yes.
I just created a brand identity for a small, it's a little folk botanical brand. She does wildcrafted stuff. That's all like, she goes out into nature and then creates stuff.
Oh,
Basically
wow.
a really witchy brand. It's really, it's an
Yes.
apothecary botanical brand. So I got to create that.
I'm excited
I
about
get to
that.
create really cool stuff for people doing really cool things.
Yes.
So, and then I have my big baby, well, I have two big babies. So one big baby is that I've decided to, I'm kind of going in this weird witchy thing, and I think a lot of people
Right.
are. I think throughout history, whenever there's a large like wave of oppression, that women folk tend to like go back to like the earth.
Yes.
And so I feel like we're like reaching back to like our natural, like, how do we fight this? Like,
Yeah.
what can we do? We don't have the financial ability or those structures. We're not billionaires. We can't
Yeah.
fight the way that they are. But how can we fight in our individual lives?
Yeah.
So I'm creating a spell book
Say it.
series.
Yes.
So the first volume is called Soft and Ruthless, and the first flower is echinacea, and I'm doing flower. There are 13 spells that align with the 13 moon cycles, but each of the spells are specifically to combat the patriarchy.
Say it.
So you'll plant an anti-patriarchy garden. So each of the spells is about a specific flower that has specific ancestral history,
Right.
botanical. There's
Roots.
like roots that
Yes.
are there.
Yes.
So I'm learning about the roots at the same time, but I'm also doing something cool, and I'm also illustrating each of the flowers.
So I'm excited about
So
that.
the whole
project.
book is going to be just, I don't know, it's just like a side project. So that's
Yeah.
one thing I'm doing, and then the other thing that I'm doing is I decided that Northside, I'm already doing this work in Northside. I'm already doing a lot of bartering and trading with people,
Okay.
and a lot of design for small nonprofits and grassroots mobilizing, that kind of stuff. So I decided that it would be really cool to do a pilot project called the Northside Designer and Artist in Residence. That would basically be, I would get funding for 1 year.
Okay.
I would help 12 nonprofits or different organizations or groups, or like Freedom Group, with inexpensive trading. So I would be basically, if I get the funding for this, I would be funded and then be able to provide people with design services
Okay.
for really, really cheap.
Okay.
And that would be sustainable for me, because
Right.
then I can continue to do what
Facts.
I'm doing
Facts.
without being burnt out, because I'm trying to make
grind.
trying to do the
Yeah.
grind.
It's the grind.
So I can help those organizations, and at the same time, I will have 6 workshops in the community, design-based workshops. Like one that I want to do is for helping nonprofits design their websites, or like manage their own websites, or helping small businesses with their branding. If they need help with their logo, or if they want help designing a logo. And then I'm also going to do at least 4 public installations or murals.
Really?
But they're going to be collective. They're going to be it'll be collaborative and working with the
Okay.
community.
Okay.
So it'll be community based. They're not going to just me, even though I live in Northside, they're not going to be just me going like, I want to put this on the wall. They're
Right.
going to be, hey, what do we want to do?
Yeah.
Let's come together and and there'll be like quarterly, so I'll spread it out. So the whole thing, and then I'll also have, every Friday, I'll have a design in like I'll have a studio space, because the funding will also have a studio space, and I'll have, basically you can stop in and get design help
Okay.
on Fridays.
Okay.
So you can just stop in and pop in and be like, hey, I need help with my brand, I need help with whatever.
That's beautiful.
So, and then I'll sell things out of my studio, and yeah.
That is huge. It really is a huge project. And again, a testament of your growth and evolution. Still honoring your brand while expanding
Right.
on the social justice element.
Right.
Oh, I'm excited for a lot of this. And I'd like to thank Pat and Katie Hines. They are the co-founders of Freedom Groove. It's a project that I have been very fortunate to be involved in. We hosted a huge event last year, and Jeni has graciously offered to be a part of our design, our marketing
Website.
strategy. Yeah, and so shout out to Pat and Katie. So let's talk about where people can find you. Like, give us your social.
Sure.
Give us like where they can buy things like the Solidarity Collection?
Yes.
Where do we
So
go?
they can go to renegadebabe.com. It's really easy.
Okay.
Renegadebabe.com.
Okay.
And Jeni Jenkins is my name, so Jeni Jenkins. It's really
Yes. Yes.
Jenny with one eye.
Yes.
One eye.
Say that.
And that is everywhere. I was lucky enough to get the Instagram with Jeni Jenkins and the JeniJenkins.com.
Right.
So that's really
Yeah.
easy to find.
And you can see Jenny's work all over Cincinnati. Like all
Yeah,
over. You have murals.
I mean, I have 3 murals.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to say like I have
3 is,
hundreds of
well,
murals.
some people don't have any.
That is true.
Let's just say that. You have 3.
It's true.
And 3 is
I
my
wanted,
favorite
in
number.
2019, I set out to be, but before I got to grad school, I was like, I want to be a mural artist. By 2022, I was a mural artist.
Yes.
So I have 3, and then I have things around that are not murals,
Right.
but they're art.
Exactly.
Peasley's
Yes.
sign, which we need to redo.
Yeah.
I did their brand like 12 years ago.
I'm going to talk to Jen about that, but that's another show.
I've grown so much since then. I'm like,
Yeah.
every time I see it, I'm like, we need to redo that.
Yeah.
Let's redo that. It was free. I gave it to them for free.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even charge them. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it. And then I spent like, I don't know, tons of hours on it. And then I hate it.
Well, that's the nature of a true artist, always looking to grow and evolve.
Absolutely.
But I honor what you've done for Peasley.
Thank
I
you.
honor what you've done. This is just Jay. This is Cincinnati's Conscience, the only place around where citizens are the celebrities. The only question I have for you is, are you turned on? I hope so. So that's a wrap. It's the end of the show. I'd like to thank everyone who came out to support me. The Conscious Crew. I'm talking about the Conscious Crew. And I'd also like to thank my featured guest, Jeni Jenkins of Renegade Babe. She is doing her thing around social justice, her artistic brand, and bringing something fresh and new to a mural near you. This is Cincinnati's Conscience, the only place I know of where citizens are the celebrities. Until next time, take care of yourselves so that you're better able to support the people you care about.
The only film that matters is the one we make. It shouldn't be this way, y'all can't blame me. Deep down in depression, kept my head up to heaven. Had my queen by my side, she held me down without question. The only film that matters is
I'm from Cincinnati. Skyline, Kroger, Grippo, and Graders. I'll catch you there later. You're in the natty. Some say a city of sinners, but I say we're winners. Let's hear it, the natty, natty, natty.